Welcome to the milk bar. 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 Welcome to the milk bar.
Well, here we are, episode 520 of the Milk Bar. Jason Forrest and Zoe Turner with you. Hello.
Hello. I haven't been here for a while.
It's been about 4 years. You went on maternity leave and we haven't seen you since.
Yes, very extended maternity leave.
But this is it. And 10 years ago, when we set this up,
yes.
we thought we were going to do this for 3 or 4 weeks, didn't we?
Yes.
And
I can't believe it's been 10 years.
It's been amazing, hasn't it? I mean, we've worked together on this on and off. As we say, you did the first 6 years with the occasional holiday.
Yeah.
Week 9 was your first week off. These things happen. But it's been great fun. We've met some amazing people along the way.
Definitely.
Some
of them are still alive.
So, I know, we've lost so many. I mean, the wonderful Frank Sidebottom, sadly no longer with us.
No.
And some other great stars who we've spoken to, sadly, we've lost along the way. But so many great names still here with us. We had a chat with Liam Payne from One Direction at one point.
We did, before he was famous.
Yes. And who else would you class as a favourite?
Gosh, put me on the spot.
But I mean, there's been so many.
I know.
And there's singers that you've chatted up along the way.
Well, actually, I do like my live music.
You do like your live music, yeah.
So I've enjoyed all of the live singers and bands we've had in.
We've enjoyed that over the years.
Yes.
But we've even taken you kickboxing.
I know, I was talking about that earlier.
That was a very, very long time ago.
Yes.
But it's been great fun over the last 10 years. Fingers crossed for another 10.
Oh, gosh.
Are you going to pop up periodically as well?
Yes, I'd like to. That'd be good.
That'd be great. Right, well, coming up on the show today, one thing we'll be finding out about is this giant wolf that is behind us, because we're down here at the Lighthouse at the moment, where we've been filming and recording over recent months.
Yes.
And that is impressive, isn't it?
It is.
So we'll be finding out all about that from Ash, who's the man behind the project. You're going to be finding out about what's going on down here at the Lighthouse, aren't you?
Oh yes, there's lots of films going on.
Yep, so
Popcorn
well worth
to
coming.
buy.
Yeah, popcorn's good. So we'll be tracking down the details on that one and finding out how you can book your tickets. Earlier, I went along to the arena to find out about 1448. That's coming along very soon, just a couple of weeks away. A brilliant festival where 14 plays are written and performed in 48 hours.
Oh wow!
So that's well worth a
feat.
look. Yep, and we both had a chat with the Pantocast.
We did. Is it too early for Panto?
Yeah, it's never too early for Panto, so let's find out what happened when we caught up with Mystical Productions. Mystical Productions are performing at the Codsall Village Hall on the 21st through to the 24th of August. The show is Aladdin, and we have several of the team with us here at the moment. Zoe, tell us, introduce you all over there. Go and have a chat with them. Yeah, go on.
On the end we have Dan. Then we have the Dame, I believe.
Yes, I'm the Dame, darling, but it's all the wrong name on the back.
It says...
I'm Twanky. Hello, Twanky, darling.
And then we have Ebenezer, was it?
Ebenezer.
Oh, okay.
So that's the gang over there, and then we have more of the directing team over here. Hello.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, I'm the director.
And then we have an Empress. It's always good to have an Empress.
Yes, I'm the Empress with my lovely daughter.
Of course, Jasmine here. So they're the gang. And I mean, have you done Panto in the middle of the year before? Or has it only ever been Christmas?
No.
Just Christmas?
Well, I've been at Christmas.
Yeah.
I've not been in it myself.
No, well, I wasn't expecting you to go and actually work. And turning up and just having a chat with people you can cope with, and
Just about.
watching
Just
stuff,
about.
you're all right there.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, I've been out with Dan about how he's pulled all this together, because he is the MD of Mystical Productions.
Yes. Shall I go around this side?
Is it not Christmas?
It's not Christmas.
So can you tell us a bit about how hard it's been to get together?
Okay, so I started writing it in 2016 after we finished one for Compton Hospice, which was another self-written one of my own, and I decided that we were going to put one on, but it took a long time to write it. I've always loved Aladdin, like ever since a little one. Prince Ali is one of my favourite songs from the Disney version, so I thought, let's give it a go, let's put a script together, which we managed to do, and then we had auditions in February, and we got a fantastic cast, and we rehearsed once a week. It's just been a really fun experience, but it was hard, really hard, to start writing and compiling it properly, with a few song changes here and there.
So is it like your traditional Aladdin, or is there a few bits and pieces you've tweaked?
I would say I'd like to say it's traditional, but with our cast, there's nothing. It's always tweaking. A lot of the songs you probably wouldn't really associate with Aladdin. So we've got songs like The Greatest Showman, ABBA, Dolly Parton, loads of different songs and mashups, and yeah, I want to say it's traditional, but it's not. It follows the story of Aladdin and finding his lamp and getting his girl, but there's a lot of twists and turns along the way.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Now, is there slapstick in this one as well?
There is slapstick and audience participation.
Which is always a worry, and it's interesting how the directing team have pulled this together. Let's go with Andy, aka Abanaza. So, from a direction point of view, where do you think you've gone with it?
I just think we've tried to optimise the script that we've been given. Make strong visuals, keep all the characters, strong, but obviously, not typical. So we've tried to tweak the characters where we can,
and sort of develop the whole thing a little bit there. So it's going to be fun. And at the other side of the directing coin over here, you've been in charge of sets and props and promotion and everything else. So which has been the most taxing?
It's taken me 3 months to do the set, and I am now in the middle of doing the costumes. It took me 4 days to do the Genie of the Lamps costume.
Okay, that sounds impressive.
So it's getting there. We're trying to have fun with it.
Yeah.
But it is hard work behind scenes, because there's not just the set, there's the props as well as the costumes. And although we're pulling them together through the cast, and we are asking other people who are helping backstage, it's a hard slog to get it all there.
Yeah, because musical productions do all work as a team, and we've actually got a husband and wife team here, Zoe.
Really?
Widow Twanky over here. Let's have a natter with Widow Twanky and find out, because obviously having the other half, are there going to be makeup tips, do you think?
Oh, yes. Or possibly swapping costumes.
They're very jealous of me, darling. Aren't you, darling?
Certainly am.
Well, but who gets the best outfit, do you think?
Well, he gets the best outfit. He's all lights and flashes and bangs.
My job actually is to cause as much chaos as I possibly can.
That's normally Dan's job.
The day job
But it's been brilliant from that point of view. And Jasmine, obviously, you get to steal the heart of Aladdin.
I do.
Which is obviously completely understandable. But with your time on stage, what's the most exciting part for you?
I'd probably say... Yeah, actually, it's got to be the twerking. It's got to be the twerking.
Masterclass of twerking.
I wasn't expecting Dan to put that in there, but he did. He got away with it.
Okay, so let's have a twerk off, Dan.
I can't twerk, but Twanky can.
Okay, so maybe we should see.
Have a twerk off between Twanky.
Can she? I'm not sure about. I've got to work on my twerks.
Okay, maybe we're not insured for that at this point as well, but. Obviously, you guys are going to do a great job of bringing this show to the Codsall Village Hall. And what are you raising funds for?
So the funds are going towards Codsall Village Hall's renovation of toilets and upkeep of the building. A lot of government buildings, should we say, or community buildings are having their fundings cut, and it's such an integral part of the village. It's just something that we can help with. They've just had their ladies' toilets done. This is all fundraising for the male toilets.
So it's all making sure that it's all in tip-top condition. And there's so much stuff that goes on then in Codsall, isn't there? And you guys are all involved in various other parts of the events and the different groups that use the centre. So that's something to look forward to. Zoe, tell us how we can get hold of tickets.
I have it here, do I? They are £7 per person, and under threes go free.
Yep.
And you can get those from...
Codsall Village Hall, Rainbows 2 in Bilbrook, Codsall and Wilkes Garden Centre, or you can go online and get them at www.jumblebee.co.uk/Mystical Productions-Aladdin 2019, or call 01902 924 190.
Very good script, isn't it?
It's very good at that.
Is it as good as the script for the panto? Yeah. Well, it's like break a leg, one and all. Have a brilliant time, and show everybody what for when you come to do Aladdin from the 21st through to the 24th of August. It's going to be a summer fun panto down at Codsall Village Hall. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
The 28th and 29th of June, 1448 is back at Wolverhampton. I have two of the creatives with me behind the whole thing now. Hello!
Hello, Jason!
Farron and Pove doing your stuff as part of 1448. What are your roles this year? Do we know yet?
I am directing this year in 1448.
And I am production managing.
Are you basically sticking loads of stuff together as we go along?
Yes, while also running around and seeing whether everybody's okay and whether the production is still...
Producing?
Yeah.
Producing?
Yeah.
Whatever the word would be for that.
Yeah.
If there isn't a word, you would make one up in 1448 as well, wouldn't you? Guess that's the way it goes. So for those who don't know what 1448 is, Fran.
So 1448 is the world's quickest theatre festival, and essentially it does exactly what it says on the tin. We make 14 plays in 48 hours from scratch. They're written, they're scored, they're rehearsed, we have actors, the sets made, and then at 8 o'clock and 10:30 each evening, the plays go on stage and they have their opening night and their closing night. So over the weekend, people get to see 14 brand new world premiere plays in 48 hours.
And it is absolutely amazing. If you haven't been to this, do it, because Seattle it started off in.
It was in Seattle, yeah, over 20 years ago now, and now it has a base in Seattle, a base in Texas, and then 2 UK bases in Leicester and Wolverhampton.
And I know people like to, I suppose, cross-fertilise between all of these things.
Yeah.
They disappear off to different bits of the festival. You've all done different bits, and several of you have been around the world as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got some 1448 veterans who've been over to Seattle, and this year we actually have a lot of Seattleites coming over here. So I think there's 7 or 8 people flying over from Seattle to the wonderful Wolverhampton to come and take part in the festival.
They're definitely getting a good deal, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be like they've never seen it before.
Exactly, yeah. And last year, I remember we had a play that was a yam play. It was pure Wolverhampton, black country accent, about scratching. And there were some Americans who had no idea what was going on, but went away with a pure love for yamism, and actually left us with a video message saying "We're wolves, we," which was just fantastic.
Yeah.
So we welcome everybody here to come and take part.
It's an absolute treat, as you say. 14 plays. You need to book up for both nights. I think that is essential, isn't it?
I mean, it's value for money.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me anywhere else you can get 14 plays for, what are we selling it at, Sam? £10?
Yeah.
You can't get that anywhere else.
No, but they're 14 funny or heart-rendering or whatever it is, and they're accessible as well. Have we got people doing sign language again this year?
Yes. So
because they were part of the show last year.
Yeah. So sign language is happening again, and so is audio description. So last year we audio described all 14 plays, and we're doing that again this year. We'll see how that goes, because at the moment we're still looking for a few people to do audio description.
So part of the recruiting of that one, but this is all part of the process, and for the fact it's 1448, it can be last minute, because that's the way it works best.
Definitely. And I think one of the most joyful things about 1448 is that it's all professional theatre creatives and artists coming together to celebrate what it is they do. Within theatre there's typecasting, there is different, you can only play this part because you're this old, or you can only play this part because you're a woman or a man, and that goes out the window at 1448. You can be anything you want to be.
You could be a teapot or anything, couldn't you?
Exactly.
Pizza.
I've been a gibbon, twice.
You were a fantastic gibbon.
Yeah, thank you very much. That is on my CV. I'm available for gibbon duties if anyone is looking for a gibbon now. I'm an experienced gibbon.
Yeah. Check it out on Facebook.
There is, the possibilities are endless. And I think it's lovely that we get 70 artists, professional artists, come together from across Wolverhampton, from across the UK, from across the world, to come and celebrate their craft and have a chance to really hone that just for the love of it. And to come and experience that as an audience member is something really special.
And
Poe's saying something here.
Well, as professionals, you quite often, you get a job and you do your job and you love your job, but it's just a chance to play. Sometimes it's just as Fran says, you so often get typecast, or this is what you've got to do, and you're getting paid for it, so you've got to do it. Whereas 1448 is just a chance for creatives to get together and just go, this is great, let's just see what we can make. And in that short period of time, there's no time to really think about it. You've just got to put on the best show that you can physically make and go with it, and the audience absolutely love it.
But how many of these have you done now?
Too many. So for me personally, including the pop-up festival, so there's some smaller festivals that celebrate specific things like the Wolverhampton Comedy Festival, I think this will be my 17th or 18th festival.
And how many years is that?
I've been doing it for 5 years, so that's a lot of festivals.
And I think I'm one festival
more
than you, so I'm either 18 or 19.
And it's been the arena for how many years now?
This will be its 5th year.
5th year. So we've seen 4 of these previously, number 5 this time round. And in that time, I don't think I've ever seen anyone disappointed by what they've come to see, and that just doesn't happen, does it?
And I think the audience is hearing the spirit of what we're doing. They know that these plays have been made within the last 24 hours or 48 hours, and they go with that. So if things go wrong, the audience absolutely revel in it. We were here a couple of years ago when I was playing a gibbon, and my co-star on stage slipped on a banana peel. And I mean, where else do you actually see that happen? Someone dressed as a monkey slipping on a banana peel.
You can't do that anywhere else.
You know, it did go wrong, but the audience were totally with us. They found it hilarious, but also knew that, wow, these people are still doing their play. They've only been rehearsing it for today, and something's gone wrong, and they're still...
done that in 7 hours.
And that's great. The audience
are with you.
The audience is on your side.
And having seen this process and been with you all day on a number of occasions covering this, it is just magic as it happens from the moment which you find out what it's going to be about. And this happens on the previous night for Thursday into Friday, when everyone's sitting down having a bit of a get-together and getting to know each other. And then the audience themselves get to suggest the theme for the Saturday night. On the opening night of the first set of plays on Friday. This is confusing, don't worry. It's much easier when you actually do this. But and also if you've got the keg of beer inside you as well, I think that helps too. But when all that actually happens, you say you are part of it, and if you come on the Thursday and your suggestion, on the Friday, sorry, and your suggestion is the one selected out the hat, then you absolutely have to make sure you see all the plays about your story.
You've got to see like if your theme is drawn on that Saturday, you've got to see what people have written and what people have produced.
Because they're basically plays for
they're
you.
Yours. They're yours. They're specifically for you.
You are part of that creative process. Everybody gets a chance to do that when they come down. 4048 is an absolute treat. It is the 28th and 29th of June here at Wolverhampton's Arena Theatre. Who wants to do the web address? And be creative about it. I want it in a style, maybe of a gibbon.
Oh, it's arena.wlv.ac.uk.
Yeah.
It's just the first bit.
But
I like it.
And Poe, obviously, you're going to be creating things behind the scenes. So give us the phone number in an appropriate style. If you could do sign language, that'd be brilliant.
I don't know whether I don't think I can.
Okay.
I was about to, and then I was like, no, I'm too rusty for that. But the phone number is 012. No, it's not 012.
No,
We're not in Birmingham.
No.
It's not Birmingham.
No.
It's Wolverhampton. So it's 01902 321 321.
Okay. 01902 321 321. Box office there. £10 for tickets for both events. You can pay a little bit more if you want to buy the two lots separately. You can do that. It's your choice. You wouldn't do that. Yeah, you just book up to both immediately.
Like, do the group booking. Like, that's much easier.
Arena.wlv.ac.uk without the funny noises as provided by our resident gibbon. But whatever you do, come along and see it here at the Arena. You're going to love it, aren't you?
Definitely.
And they're not even slightly biased.
Not at all.
So I'm now with Darryl, who's front of house at the Lighthouse Cinema in Wolverhampton. Now, you've got lots of exciting things coming up, haven't you?
We do indeed, yeah. We've sort of been off the back of this past weekend, Take That. We had a greatest hits screening, obviously to celebrate their 30 years in music. To follow up that, because it's very much festival seasons, we're sort of really embracing a lot of music offerings over the next couple of weeks. So we've got Westlife live from Croke Park, obviously from their homeland in Ireland. That's on Saturday the 6th of July. Tickets have just gone on sale for that, so you're more than welcome to purchase them. Our number is 01902 716 055 if you want to book any tickets for that one. Other music offerings, we've got Yesterday, which basically reimagines the music of the Beatles and people not necessarily knowing their music. And that's led by Himesh Patel, who many people, for soap fans, will recognise as Masood from EastEnders. And we've also got Sci-Fest, which is in conjunction with the university. So we're doing special screenings of Barbarella, Flash Gordon, The Thing and Predator over the next 4 weeks. Again, we try to encourage students to be embracing of that. It's $4.50 a ticket, so basically the cheapest ticket in town, basically. And other films, it's quite an eclectic mix for June. We've got a film called High Life, which is another science fiction offering. We the Animals, which is our LGBT one for this month. And Late Night, which stars Emma Thompson as a struggling talk show host and incorporates a woman called Mindy Kaling into bump her ratings up and rewrites her scripts and so forth. But yeah, that's pretty much us for June onwards and into the early weeks of July.
So lots of exciting things then, and as well as that, obviously you've got all the surroundings as well, so people can get their popcorn, they can get the drinks.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously being a cinema, we don't necessarily had popcorn in the past. We've sort of embraced it in recent times, because in terms of the multiplexes as well, because we know how much mess it can leave. And yeah, we have Baby Love Club as well, which encourages parents on a Monday morning, or it does alternate, to bring their babies along for early screenings if they can't necessarily take the time off and that kind of thing. And we've also for kids as well, we've got Toy Story 4 as well over the next couple of weeks, and try and encourage people over the summer holidays as well. And for July we'll have The Lion King as well, so a lot of Disney stuff as well.
Oh, a lot. What is there anything you're looking forward to particularly?
Personally, I've seen High Life myself, so if you're looking for something a bit strange and otherworldly, and that's from Friday with us and with the animals as well, because we always try and push a lot of LGBT stuff with the cinema as well, with the LGBT Alliance as well, based in the city. So we do try and bring that diversity into the cinema and what we programme as well.
So I know you gave the number out before, but just in case anybody wants to ring up and get tickets, what was that again?
Yeah, it's 01902 716055, and the website as well, of course, www.light-house.co.uk.
That's great, thanks very much.
Thank you.
The Lighthouse here in the Chubb Buildings has an exhibition of refugee artwork. It's the 5th time this has happened, the first time for the gentleman stood next to me to be involved, and he is here with an absolutely massive wolf. Ash, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. So tell us a bit about your history first and your time in Wolverhampton.
So I'm a Kurdish Iranian coming from Iran, and I'm an industrial designer.
Mm-hmm.
I have been here in Wolverhampton from 1 year ago, and this is my first structure, sculpture like that. I've never done something like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's impressive. And if you've never done anything like this before, was it 4 metres high?
It is nearly 5 metre high. Yeah.
Right, so it's very, very tall.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got inspiration from across the city with hope, unity, peace, as just some of the signs that we see on there. But how was this artwork created?
Actually, initially it was a response to my Friendly City project. We decided to create something incredible to attract attention, something different for Wolverhampton. One of my friends just said, we're gonna make Wolverhampton great again. He was initially from Wolverhampton, but we're gonna design a big, huge sculpture to attract attention in according to actually it was to persuade people, to encourage people to look after the environment. We're going to show people how great works they can do with a simple piece of cardboard. And in the same time, it's a symbol of diversity.
It's really taking all of the great things about the city, projecting them literally nearly 5 metres tall in the shape of this one. But also this is seen through the other artworks in the exhibition as well, isn't it? It's very much a theme throughout. There are some signs of some negative things. I mean, we have at our feet down here a bomb on a rug, and this is something different. You're not going to see that sort of thing in IKEA. This is full artwork and expression, but there are lots of installations around this part of this exhibition, and something that's well worth people coming along to see, to look at the stories behind all of this.
It's so interesting. We can see different people from all over the world with different backgrounds. We can see what was happened in the past, and what experience, what kind of story they experienced, all those people, and we can learn from them. We decided to make this wolf in according to respect our culture in Wolverhampton, and we migrant people, we can add something from our culture, and we can celebrate this new society, this new symbol of diversity, and this new symbol of unity.
Yeah,
it's great.
Bringing different people from around the world to one place, and it's not only the flavour of that culture. It's talking, chatting, and just understanding people's lives. And this is again another case of bringing people together and to sit down and talk about the artworks and discuss the exhibition. And the artists will be at the venue on a number of occasions, won't they?
Exactly. Yeah. It's so nice. Yeah.
So a chance to actually ask them about their work.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite piece other than your own?
Yeah, all of them.
You love it.
They're all better than mine. Yeah.
It's fantastic. You cannot. I'd say that everything does look absolutely brilliant. So when is this exhibition running until?
Probably until end of June.
Yeah, so you've got a few weeks to come down and see it.
Yeah.
But do come along, check it out. It's at the Chubb Buildings here in Wolverhampton, and you can meet the artists like Ash here and many of the people involved in bringing the whole project together. Yeah. But thank you for your contribution, and thank you for joining us in our city.
Thank you so much. We would like to see all people here to celebrate diversity and unity. Thank you.
So that's it for 520th episode of The Milk Bar.
Yes, 10 years down the line. As we said at the top of the show, we're going to try and drag you back periodically to present with us, aren't we?
Oh yeah, that'll be good. I'll enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it just once in the last 4 years. This is the second time in a good while. But you're doing stuff online. What are you up to at the moment? What should people know about you? Obviously, you're busy working in the real world.
I do work in the real world.
Yeah, but on top of that, any fantastic moments?
I am a bit of a demonstrator, Jason.
Oh yes, Shifnal Matters is what's going on at the moment with you, isn't it?
It's very busy.
So check out the Facebook page on that one.
Yes, Shifnal Matters on Facebook. We're trying to stop all the greenbelt from going in around Wolverhampton, Shropshire. And
that way. So yeah, and that is something. I mean, you've got the sort of thing that we would normally interview somebody about on the show.
Yes.
So
maybe later.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Get somebody in.
Yeah, okay. So we'll sort that one out, because Zoe turning up herself would be quite difficult. But thank you for being with us for episode 520. We look forward to seeing you for many, many more over the coming months, years, decades. And thanks to everybody who's listening. Just as we mentioned at the start of the show, those we've lost, thoughts to everybody who we have spoken to who is no longer with us, and in particular former presenter Natalie Cooper, who was with us for a few episodes. So on a serious note, thank you to everyone who their support, and thank you for the thoughts that have been given to those who've passed on over the years. We are going to be continuing at the Milk Bar and joining in with the arts scene across the city of Wolverhampton and beyond, and we look forward to doing that for very, very soon. I'll be back next week with episode 521. I'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.
Bye.
Goodbye from the Milk Bar. 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 Yeah. Goodbye from the Milk Bar. Yeah.